I know. It's been a while.
This meeting is being recorded.
All right, it's just Matt and John, so I'll alternate back and forth, and I'll let John start because he was here. So, John, if you'd ask the first question.
Okay.
I guess, I mean, what did you see in the first half in terms of just defending their movement and kind of their offense, where they seemed like they were pretty crisp, I know, but like, what did you see about, why was it kind of difficult to maybe throw them off their rhythm?
Yeah, I mean, Drake's a good team, so first game of the season, obviously, we're guessing on a lot of things, but I think defensively for us, I think they came out with a lot of energy on offense. I think we could have disturbed them a little more. Maybe full court and even in the half court, gotten some deflections off of passes and tips. Things like that. They were really good in the post, the whole game. But I think especially in the first half, they were able to bury us a few times, all the way from post to big guards to small guards to things of that sort. They made some good shots too, and I think that kind of gave them a boost of energy, and they kind of went running with it.
Matt, next question for you.
So I think through the first 13 minutes, they scored 38 points, and then they only had 37 over the next 27. What did you guys do from an adjustment standpoint defensively to make them less efficient?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that we did was, try to match or more so exceed their energy that they had on offense. It's a different atmosphere to be in there without fans. No excuse, but I think we realize that we have to get a lot of that energy coming from ourselves, the people on the court, on the bench, and things of that sort. So I think we really tried to kind of up the tempo ourselves on defense and start to get those deflections and things of that sort. And we really kind of honed in on that. And, one stop, and then we're thinking about offense, kind of going through that agenda and really trying to focus and get stops on defense. Obviously we focused on defending the post a little bit more and things of that sort. But I would just say, increasing our intensity was our biggest change.
John?
Yeah, I know you don't want to use it as an excuse, but just how weird was it to be in the arena with, I don't know, what were they, like 50 people, fans-wise? I mean, it was definitely a different environment. What do you think of that experience?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely different. The world we're living in is different, and honestly, everyone hears a lot more. You basically hear everything that goes on in the gym, but my outlook on it is, I'm just kind of grateful to be playing, and especially senior season, to be able to even have my family in attendance at games is probably the biggest attribute that I put to that. I mean, it is different. Sometimes you get energy from the crowd and things of that sort. So, I'm grateful that I'm out here playing and things like that. But, from a playing standpoint, I think that it really comes down to us finding that energy within ourselves and from our team to kind of go make those extra plays and, play a full 40 minutes with a ton of energy.
We'll give each of you one more round after this. So, Matt, you'll get 2 questions. John, you'll get 1 more. Matt?
I know some of the players made a decision to stay in the mass after practicing and then all fall. I guess, can you elaborate on what went into that decision for certain players to play the games in mass like you have been practicing? What specifically, from a contract tracing standpoint or an infection standpoint, made you guys decide that was probably a good idea for some of you?
We'll keep the questions to about the game today.
How was that not about the game?
John?
Well, just you offensively, Temi, did you feel like you had to, I don't know, I want to say like, I didn't look like you're forcing it, but just maybe put a little bit more emphasis on trying to attack and create yourself, given that, Tatum wasn't there?
Yeah, I mean, Tatum's a great player, and she has a lot of experience. I mean, we've both been here for 4 years. So it was an adjustment, me having to play more of that point guard position. But, from an attack standpoint, there were a lot of opportunities to get to the rim. And our coaches mentioned last year that I think we shot 9 2-point or made, whichever it was, 9 2-point field goals in the game. And, they came out in man. So there were a lot more areas to, kind of attack and get in the lane. So, I had some success there, but it also was me attacking, led to open shots for my teammates and things of that sort. And I think just kind of us getting in the lane and making those in and out actions. Rachel had some good in and out actions too, getting in the lane. Same with Chloe and Dee Dee. So I think that, as a team overall, that was probably our most successful thing. We made a lot of shots when we did those things, getting in the paint, making 2-foot plays. But first game, it's just an adjustment you have to make. And I think that, we could have maybe done more of that too in order to, get a few more so-called easy shots and kind of get some energy going that way.
Last question goes to Matt.
I mean, you've been in their shoes before. What do you think about the way the freshmen handled a high major D1 opponent on the first day of the game, especially without having any of the normal tune-ups like close Temi-Drake exhibition?
Right. I give a lot of kudos to them. It's, there can be anxiety. There can be, a feeling of nervousness. And I think, they handled it very well, and they came out and played hard when they were in. We all go through that, and I think the biggest part was, myself and my teammates included, we just kind of wanted to make sure that they knew we had their backs and they could come to us with any questions. For first game of the season, I thought Emma played really well. She had a really good scoring mentality, did what she could on defense, and, every single freshman that came through and went in the game, stepped foot on the court, I think they, played with a lot of energy, played with a lot of heart. And, that's the biggest thing I asked of them in the first game. So I'm really proud of them. And, we have 2 more games within the next week. And I think after this first game, they'll kind of, see what a college game is like and kind of get a feel for things. So I'm super excited for us as a team. And I'm just, proud of all the freshmen, too, for the way they played for this game.
Thanks, Temi.
Yep. Thank you.